2 Samuel chapter 9, we see the story of Mephibosheth. This is the grandson of Saul, Jonathan's son, Mephibosheth. And David, at the beginning of 2 Samuel 9, asks if there's anyone else in the house of Jonathan that he can be a blessing to. Word comes to him that there's Mephibosheth there in Lodabar, alone, crippled. His nurse had dropped him when he was just an infant as she fled after hearing the news of Saul and Jonathan's death. And David fetches for him. Mephibosheth shows up at the house and immediately falls down on his face in reverence and says, "Behold thy servant." You think about what's going through Mephibosheth's mind. What has gone through his mind all these years? He's alone. He's really unable to do anything. Probably feared for his life. Probably dreaded this day. Probably thought he was getting ready to have his life taken from him after all that had transpired between David and Jonathan's family and with Saul. But no, David instead says, "No, you're going to eat at my table now. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to bless you. You're one of the king's sons now." And we see that verse in 2 Samuel chapter 9. It says, "As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's sons." You know what's great about this story? I'm Mephibosheth. You're Mephibosheth. Living in fear, no hope for the future, buried in our sin, buried in our shame, buried in regret, no hope for eternity, and no hope for this life here in this fallen world as broken people. But the king said, "Come to my table. You can eat at my table. Listen, I gave my life for you. I died on the cross for you so you could have an eternal home in heaven and sit at my table, and so that you could have life and life more abundantly down on this earth. Not through your power, not through your strength, not of anything in you, but in my power and my righteousness upon you." Man, live that truth today. Remember that you are a child of the King. We didn't deserve it. We didn't earn it, but grace gave it to us.